Before we get into the numbers, let's talk about why we're doing this challenge in the first place. We're learning this now, not later. Because most people don't grow up hearing conversations about ownership. They hear about getting a job, working hard, climbing a ladder, and there's nothing wrong with that. But very few young people are taught how to make their money work while they sleep. Very few are shown how small, consistent investments can turn into real ownership over time. So instead of waiting until we're older to figure it out, we're choosing to understand it now. Grandpa Haven believes in our financial future, but more importantly, we're learning to believe in it ourselves. This challenge isn't about becoming experts overnight. It's about building confidence. It's about removing the mystery. Not fast, not flashy, but steady enough to grow. Before we look at this week's update, let's connect two ideas that work together. Dollar cost averaging. Dollar cost averaging means investing a fixed amount of money on a consistent schedule, no matter what the market is doing. In our case, that's $10. Now here's where fractional shares come in. Because $10 usually isn't enough to buy a full share of many companies. But with fractional shares, we can own a small portion of a share instead of waiting. That means we don't have to wait to participate. We build gradually. Small amounts, consistent effort, ownership increasing quietly in the background. Keep that in mind as we look at our update. For anyone joining us for the first time, here's a quick recap. Our focus has been Meta. We chose Meta because it has a strong balance sheet, consistent revenue growth, and after earnings, it experienced a significant pullback. We didn't see that drop as panic. We made our first purchase on November 20th, starting with just $7. From there, we committed to investing $10 consistently. Let's look at this week. At the beginning of the week, Meta opened around $662. As you can see on the chart, it gradually moved lower and closed near $639. Just price movement. Now here are our updated numbers. Shares owned, 1.51. Market value, $965.90. Total return, negative $20.10, or negative 2.04%. Yes, the account is temporarily down, but notice what didn't change. We continued investing. We continued purchasing fractional shares. We continued building ownership. Because we're not measuring this journey by 1 week on a chart. We're building something that unfolds over many seasons. When prices move lower, the same $10 buys slightly more ownership. You may not see that immediately in the return column, but you see it in the share count, and share count matters. Some weeks the percentage is positive, some weeks it isn't, but the position continues to grow, and that's the focus. So here's the bigger picture. We're not just tracking numbers, we're building habits, we're building ownership, we're building a foundation that can grow over time. We don't wait until we feel ready. We don't wait until we have thousands saved. We start with what we have, and we start now. Because wealth isn't built in 1 week. It's built in decisions repeated over many weeks. Consistent action. Ownership stacking quietly in the background. The earlier you begin, the more powerful time becomes. And time is an asset you can't buy back. We'll see you next week. And remember, we love you, and there's nothing you can do about it.